Good evening again, everybody. How y'all doing on this oh-so-fun Friday the 13th? For some of us, it's the 14th already, but I get the idea. Nonetheless, it's for me, it's Friday the 13th, so stay away from cracks on the sidewalk, all that good stuff, and if there's a dude in a hockey mask with a machete, he's not your friend. Okay, on that note, though, we got some really good races coming up tonight, so let's go ahead and move this on over into the race, and I'll stop being a jackass. So, as you can see, on the left-hand side, we got Mr. EddieRuckus, who is coming in at 5-7 on the season. He is going to be taking on one of last year's finalists, and let me point out something else. These guys met in the semifinals last year, so this is a straight-up revenge moment right now for Eddie. We'll get to this in a second. But, like I said, one of last year's finalists on the right, Mr. Wolv21, your Giants representative. And again, both really need this win to stay in the NFC playoff race. They are both on a call. You can see them both kind of moving around here, and I held them up for a little bit. So let me give you a link into both of their channels. You guys are free to go whenever you're ready. I'm sorry about the hold up there, but there's a link from catguard.net into both Eddie and Wolv's channels. Hit them both up, wish them both good luck as they're off and racing. So again, best of luck, guys. Ooh, looks like 2 resets happening. Oh, maybe not. Wolv might take that ghost, baby. Decisions, no resets. Either way, we're going to do a best 2 out of 3 race, using Isaac in the same save file, which is Platinum God, meaning every item's unlocked on it. We're going to race through the womb 2. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart first, they get a point at the bottom of the screen where you see the zeros. We'll reset both racers to start up round number 2 from the exact same starting point here. Excuse me, again, there's 7 banned items on the way down, nobody can take. Again, those are the only ones that you can use your D6 against, so you'll not see much D6ing if you're wondering why the resets happen. Eddie's going to reset Cupid's arrow. I'm kind of surprised by that, not wanting the piercing shots. Either way, though, real quick, Book of Sin would be one of some random type of spawn there, like a card, a coin, a key, a bomb. Eddie says no thanks. Oh, we found one. We found a real good run for Wolv, actually. He's got the small rock, which is damage increase, fire rate increase, movement speed down, and now he's got quad shot. So, yeah, enough said. That's going to be doing some serious damage for him, and he's very happy with this start right now. So looking good on his side. Real quick, back to those banned items nobody can take. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, or the Toothpicks. Toothpicks you can take. They're on there so they can be rerolled. Again, we'll explain why should we see any of those. But those are the only 7 items you can reroll at any point. Other than that, everything is take it or leave it. Just like that skeleton key you just saw Eddie find. So he now has 99 keys. He will never have to worry about finding any locked chests with or locked rooms for that matter with a problem. What's up, JK? How you doing? Oh, my cat is just ridiculous. Anyways, there you see the yes crowns. Wolv picked himself a pageant boy, so you see the change on his side. He's actually adding more to it now, up to 14 cents, making his store actually relatively worthwhile to check out for the next 2 floors here. Bloody Penny also added on. Now, when Wolv picks up coins, he has a chance that spawns half a red heart for him to heal with. Again, Eddie finally finds his first boss fight here after that skeleton key pickup, and he's fighting Duke of Flies, who's just about halfway dead. Wolv, that full floor ahead of him right now, did not get his item room here because he does not have a key for it, but 1 full floor ahead in his Basement 2 boss fight against Larry Jr. What's up, Lost? How you doing? Yeah, what's up, Draco? And I'm doing great, JK. Thank you very much. Good to see everybody tonight. And again, we got some ridiculously good races this evening and a lot of playoff implications. So this is going to be a good one, guys. Strap in. This is going to be a long night of good races. All right. Oh, man. I was going to say, Wolv's going to have to wind up with that Parasite here. Quad shot, and now the Parasite adds a splitting effect onto those. So based off of your range and how far away you are from whatever you hit, every one of those shots is going to split. Wait for this. There you go. So those shots, when they make contact, are going to wind up splitting, and there you can see it happening more often. And off to the 2 sides in a T-shaped pattern. So well worth that 1 heart that Wolv just spent. Technically gets it back right there in the form of a soul heart. And 2 of diamonds for Wolv, by the way, doubled up the amount of money he had. So going on into that store, like I said, making it worthwhile because you can find items to buy. Not the most useful thing. Gets the ladder, though. Oh, and the hangman. Gee, thanks. So now he can fly for whatever room he uses the card in, but can actually use that ladder to cover 1-spot openings. Like, for example, right here, if he really needed to dodge, he could get over into 1 spot, left or right on this thing. Or right here, for example. Good way to dodge. You can hang out on top of that ladder. Never take damage if you're in just the perfect spot. And even more money. Dang. Again, we're going to do one of these where everybody finds money, because Eddie's got himself that pageant boy as well. Ooh, I was going to say, bad timing on putting that bomb down. He was on the wrong side to get back out. Ooh, and he gets the small rock as well, so more damage up and fire rate increase, movement speed down for Eddie, who has just found a second item room, so he'll be right back on over to that boss fight. Haha. And the toothpicks. Oh, wow. See, this is why we allow them to be rerolled. So the toothpicks, again, only give you a shot speed increase, and it's very minimal. So it does look like, and now we're getting matching items, so we got the ladder as well. Either way, though, that's going to basically just make your shots move faster on screen. We allow them to reroll just because it's kind of useless. Eddie rerolled it into the damage up and health up mushroom, so really good find right there. Also, like I said, got himself a ladder, so just like Wolv can cross over one spot openings, Wolv took out Pestilence, got himself one orbital, that cube of meat. It'll do 7 damage to anything it touches, also block any shots. See, if that was Eddie's side, he'd be taking it, but Guppy's tail forces, I don't want to say all the time, but forces a lot more locked chest spawns. Now, the issue is, again, Wolv has one key, and he really wants to use keys for item rooms, not so much for locked chests at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Eddie teleporting into his item room, gonna grab Best Friend Bomb, and again, I'm really surprised that people are still taking this. This has killed 2 of our racers this year. It's kind of a scary, glitchy item in boss fights. You have to be kind of careful where you stand. But basically, one-time use of a bomb, and again, it will actually bring enemies over towards it. Kind of a homing effect on it, if you will. The enemies will all make their way over towards that for a few seconds, then it will explode. Yeah, exactly. We'll get all the emotes sorted out the correct way. Like, the BOILeR ones are still going to say spaz in front of them. There's nothing that can be done about that. That's just a prefix for the channel. So it's going to get confusing, but it's all we can do. Again, next year, maybe we'll figure out something different that we can do with that for the emotes for next season's BOILeR, but we'll see what happens. Speaking of that bomb, you decided he put it to pretty good use there as he walked right over to the other side of the room, if you didn't notice. He wanted to be nowhere near that thing. So down to just half a heart. Wolv gonna grab Brother Bobby, which, if you fight the Fallen, as you just saw him do here in Caves 2, guaranteed a free Devil Deal item at the end of it. And again, a little bit of damage up, nothing too special. But Brother Bobby, it's going to help a little bit. Again, it is damage. On that note, though, Eddie taking that death on, on the hollow there, so he's back onto Basement 1. Yeah, it's kind of like Pipe Bomb. There you go. Really good description, actually, Sonya. That's a really good description of it. I'm actually surprised Wolv didn't hit the Hangman on the way back out so he could get flying and not take damage on his way back out of the curse room. Again, there's always good reasons. You never know. Maybe you need a key desperately and it spawns in the center of a room that you would have to fly to. So Wolv's hanging on to it, and I'm not calling that a bad move in any way, shape, or form. He only took half a heart of damage. Oh, believe me, nothing's GG until it's over. Wolv's got a great build, don't misunderstand, but if you notice, he's still pretty low on health, so believe me, anything can happen come womb. Especially if you get the expansion version, or let's say that you wind up with a Necropolis level at Depths 2. All those masks, those can hose you over really fast. Ooh, Guardian Angel, nice start here for Eddie. He's going to be a double speed orbital, so notice that spins twice as fast as that cube of meat does around Wolv. And again, same theory, does the same 7 damage, still block shots. Oh wait, it's going in that you wouldn't. Now speaking of flying, Eddie's got flying now all the time as he's got Transcendence. I said that backwards, by the way. Ooh, and also getting an interesting first floor boss, so Headless Horseman for Eddie. That guarantees that you're going to wind up getting the, the pony at the end of it, which will give you flying, plus movement speed, and a charge, which makes you invincible and does damage to anything in a straight line out from you. So a really good way to replace your D6 early on, well, in these runs, let me rephrase. Having flying, which he already does, mind you, but having flying really, really, really effective. That charge could come in very handy, too. But even handier, and again, one of the good reasons the Wolf found so much money on this run, that Depths 1 store, actually a store, and also a serious bro. That's the blue candle, and look at how quick that recharges. So if you thought his tears were damaging, how about every 4 seconds he gets to fire that blue candle for even more damage output? Oh my, that build. Again, still just 3 hearts though, and again, he's not going to get some health up out of this. He will wind up with a little Gish at the end of this fight. And that's going to follow around behind him just like Brother Bobby, shooting out base damage tiers that also have slowing effect on him. So it'll slow down the movement speed and shot speed, if anything. Excuse me. Oh, it's that Slack Pack attack. What's up, Raiders? How y'all doing? Good to see everybody tonight. So many folks. Good God. Huh? Oh, shit. That shouldn't be on. Hold on, Rock. Uno momento. That shouldn't be on in the first place. Which I don't remember how to turn off now. Also, give me 1 second, Rocket. Weird. That shouldn't have been in R9K. Weird. Have at it. Sorry, guys. That shouldn't have been in R9K mode. I don't know how the hell it got in there still. There you go. You can try rating again if you all tried the same thing and it said that you got caught in R9K. That would be your problem. So now let me worry about Rocket here. I saw it get timed out somehow, so give me a sec. How the hell? Alright, we're doing it this way. Usually it gives me a button that I can just undo that with somehow, but I think since it wasn't me, I can't. 227. There you go. That should work. You should be able to talk there, Rocket. Ow. Ooh, that very nicely timed bomb on Eddie's side. Gets him through pin in one fell swoop. Again, Magic 8 Ball is mismarked. Ooh, jeez. Magic 8 Ball's mismarked. That's actually shot speed increase, not tears up. Wow, Eddie is going to do it. So flying in Brimstone now by the second floor. Eddie's got a nice start going here. Again, just 1 red heart, though. But now you can see where the difference. Brimstone is a huge shot changer, folks. And I do mean a ridiculously huge shot changer. So again, that shot speed he just got, doesn't really come in handy. At least he got a strength card out of it, if nothing else. And that'll be +1 to all stats for the room that Eddie uses it in. Ooh, actually surprised Wolf just barely missed that shot. Also prepare for that to get a lot louder in about 2 seconds. That run on Eddie's side, oh god. Well, let's see those Phasno fetuses, because Dr. Fetus just showed up. Oh man, ooh, here we go though. So Eddie on into another devil deal has got now a really good free item coming out of this if he gets through his fight here. Krampus is going to wind up giving you 1 lump of coal, which will add on nothing but damage to your Brimstone. Guaranteed all the time damage up. So it acts slightly differently here. Usually, as your shot goes further on screen, what's going to wind up happening is that your tier is going to grow in size and also in damage output. Again, difference with Brimstone, you always have basically full range going on, so it just caps out the damage. Gives you about, I think, +3 damage all in all. Again, Eddie at that ridiculously low half a heart. This is the problem with him having picked up and paid 2 hearts for Brimstone in the first place, is that he is really sketchy right now. Wow, that was close. Whew. And again, we got Red Mom on Wolf's side, so you notice she's going to stomp her foot down. That's the trick I was just about to talk about. You can fire that blue candle into closed doors and do a ton of damage to her. There is that other glitch you really have to worry about. I don't even know that that's a glitch so much. If you kill off Mom, though, and you don't kill her foot, but that shadow's on the screen, she is going to hit you for a full heart of damage. So you have to be very careful when you finish that fight off. And yes, if you guys... Okay, one thing that a lot of people don't know that's been happening a lot with Brimstone, especially of late, if you get hit and take damage while you're firing, it looks like you glitch Brimstone, even though you don't. And believe me, it's obvious when you do. Ooh, Wolf down and back to the start again. That's the problem with being in the womb. Everything hits you for a full heart of damage. Ooh, nice new start, though. We got freeze effects on Wolf's tiers, so everything he hits is going to have a chance that it'll be frozen in spot for him now. Ooh, and once again, the Fallen showing up, so that free guaranteed Devil Deal item out of here. Maybe a Devil Deal or a God Room also at the end of these fights, so let me point out what I mean. When you kill off a boss, you're guaranteed that that item's going to wind up spawning. That's going to be one of the items you could get in a Devil Deal that usually will cost you. Now, in this fight against the Fallen, we saw with Wolv when he got Brother Bobby. Same thing, you get it for free in here. It may still open up a Devil Deal, but no guarantee of that happening. Yeah, Wolv actually died in the womb. Like, right as he got there, like, first room wound up killing him. Well, how about more ways to fly? So, Transcendence, a pony, and now Spirit of the Night. Dear God, really? And Lord of the Pit! How about a fourth way for Eddie to fly? Oh my god. This build. What the heck? So it's every single flying item now except for what? The Grail and the God version of Spirit of the Night that I can't think of the name of now. Unbelievable. So many flying items. Yeah, yo dog, we heard you like flying, so we put flying in your flying so you can fly while you fly. Dead Dove, thank you. Could not think of the name of that thing. Alright, with that 12 cents, let's see. Only the 3 bombs. Eddie gonna hold on to that arcade for the time being. He may need to come back there, so he's not gonna blow everything up yet, but that may be the result of what's gonna happen in that room. Yeah, he's bringing the winged ruckus. Oh, man. Hey, and for the first time today, we actually get to say, hey, to Famine. So join me in saying that if you guys would. He's nice enough to say it to us all the time. When he's not frozen in place, so technically, brr, would probably be the correct wording. Fate's shown up a few times, but I think only about 5 times this year. It's been a very rare item, as it should be. It's one of the rarest in the game, if not the rarest, I think. Also, I kind of forgot that I left the song in there, so oops! That was only supposed to be for the intro, but oh well, it's still in there. So there's that Cuban meat the Wolv's gonna get. How about the Halo now, as one of those God Rooms finally did open up, so plus to all of Wolv's stats. And he'll be moving on down to his caves. So again, only the 1 floor behind Eddie right now. And if Eddie would stop getting items that only give him flying ability, except, well, notice he just got Charm of the Vampire, which you notice as you kill enemies, you get that chance that you're gonna wind up healing for half a heart. Half a right heart, let me clarify also. Yeah, well, he is the Seahawks. It's only fitting that he should fly. Touché. Touché. Oh, I can definitely keep it in there. For those that don't know, this is Family Jewel 7X right now. And that's the same guy that did the audio for the intro here for the league and is freaking astounding at what he does. Excuse me. So let me get you a link here. Oops, which would help if I gave you the correct link. Alright, a little bit of range up for Eddie, which again, you don't need because you're at completely capped out range with Brimstone anyway, so that Mom's Heals did pretty much nothing for him, but make him look awful pretty if he ever starts walking. Which again, he has 4 flying items, so you're never gonna see it. Yeah, damn useless items. You can do that for you. If I could find my damn... There we go. Thank you, Lament. Alright, there's that item room in Caves 2, finally. And again, we still haven't found that boss fight for Wolv yet, but... Or Caves 1, I'm sorry, I keep saying this wrong. But again, Eddie also finding his on Depths 1, so he's at full 2 floors ahead still, keeping that exact lead that he should, but no keys at the moment. So this ain't quite that skeleton key run of before, but let's see, maybe we can get a free bomb in? Ooh, no luck. So one of the good things, if you don't have keys and you know that your secret room is right next to your item room, you can actually bomb into it, so always keep that in mind. Ooh, that $3 bill, random shot effects now for Wolv every single room that he goes into. And there's some oddities to that too, like there are some real strange ones that you can get out of this. I don't want to say strange, but they can really screw you over. If you get number 1 at some point and you don't have much range, you're really up a creek without a paddle. And I mean really up a creek without a paddle. Ask Vendrith, if I'm not mistaken, he'll tell you. Alright, speaking of those Seeker rooms, how about a Super Seeker for Wolv? Yeah, getting some health back out of it, and his boss fight right away, so Caves 1 just about done for him. Oh, see, these are those mass enemies I was talking about. Thankfully, Eddie can fly, because as you notice, he can just chill right on top of that rock and never worry about taking damage. And he's going to do the same thing up top here for that last heart. What I do this time? Aren't you the racer that really, really hates number 1 as an item, if I'm not mistaken? I seem to remember that correctly, but I think it was you. Anyways, fire rate increased with the wire coat hanger for Wolv. We got more damage for Eddie, as now every time as he's charging, you notice Sister Maggie falling behind is going to put out some pretty decently damaging tears. She's not overpowered, but one of the better followers damage-wise. Yeah, I give up. Yeah, but it also gives you the lucky foot effect. It's the weird portions of it. Like, and you wouldn't know it at first either. And there you see homing effects. We just saw my reflection for Wolv. You get all sorts of just... It can really wind up hurting you more so than anything, honestly. I do not like the $3 bill. Alright, real quick judgy please over on Eddie's side, as he's also found his boss fight here. Ooh, and the small rock, so even more damage on that brimstone for Eddie. So he's looking even better at the moment. Ooh, and speaking of damage, how about an orbital with us? I believe that was 17 damage that does to anything it touches. And keep in mind the, really, judgy, really, dude? Keep in mind, though, the Cuban meat does 7. So does Guardian Angel. Sacrificial Dagger, the Wolf just picked up, does 17. But again, will not block any shots. That's why it does all that extra damage. So you have to be kind of careful with that. If you're thinking like, oh, here comes a shot. Why did I try to block it with this? Knife doesn't block a damn thing, just damages for you. How about more range for Eddie? Good God, give the man some help. Oh, that's the way to do it. Ooh, Guppy's Paw, that decision. I might do it. Yeah, he's going to. So that's going to turn that one other health container that Eddie's got into 3 blue soul hearts when he needs it, and he's going to hold on to it for the time being. But, like I said, that 1 red heart, and if he picks up any others, 3 blue soul hearts out of each. So well worth the 1 heart that he just spent. He's technically going to get health up out of this in the process. Oh! And wants to find 1 more cent because he's got the blue candle as well. Oh my goodness. Wow, these runs, guys, are just gonna get interesting now. Where's that penny for Eddie? Well, that's why Eddie's gonna hold on to it for now, is that Eddie does have Cursed Skull, so let me warn you guys about this. We saw it happen last night with Rum. If you have nothing but blue hearts, and you have the Cursed Skull, every time you get hit, you're gonna get ported out of the room that you're in. So you have to be very careful about that. Eddie's going to wait until he's done with this floor. He's guaranteed the Polaroid drop at the end of the Mom's Foot fight. When he replaces that, that's when it becomes not necessary, but that's when it becomes useful for Eddie to switch out his 1 red heart that he has into blue hearts. Because at that point, anytime he gets hit, instead of porting out of the room, he gets 5 seconds of invincibility out of it. So he will wait just momentarily on that. So we'll see this pay off. Trust me, it will pay off. And the Fallen again, 3rd time tonight in the caves that the Fallen showing. Actually, I think he was in the depths once. Either way, though, yet another free Devil Deal item showing up on Wolf's side momentarily. Yeah, but now he doesn't have 5 sources of flight. Eddie's build is now lacking for not having all those flying capabilities. And you notice that Spirit of the Night took over. That was the last one that he picked up. Alright, one of the fallen down. Here goes the other one. And, ooh, the mark. So, damage increase, Soul Heart, and yet another Devil Deal. Oh, wow, with a Pact in it as well. So, lots of damage up for Wolv. More fire rate increase, and 2 Soul Hearts to replace the 2 that he just spent on the Pact. So, he's looking even better on this build. He's on down to the Depths 1. So, just the 1 floor behind Eddie right now. Yep, and Eddie does have enough right now, I'd like to point out, along with the Golden Poop here. So even more money, but he has enough for that blue candle. The question is, does he want it? That's, oof, man, that's a tough call. Really? You forgot you had the Cursed Skull, didn't you? Didn't you? Yep, he forgot he had that. So, notice that as Eddie took damage, got down to half a red heart remaining that he teleported out of the room he was in. Ah, there we go. Now no more fear of this. Now with Judas's tongue, if he goes into a Devil Deal, which he's probably not going to find at this point, but if he were to find a Devil Deal, that would actually give him nothing but, if they were red heart deals, they would only cost 1. It's Devil Night, guys. Oh, it is Friday the 13th. It only seems fitting somehow. All Alright, Isaac's head, you notice, is floating around behind Wolv. Basically is a follower out of a trinket. Really handy, honestly. It's pretty low damage, but again, it's damage. And how about some money in that second to last item room? A quarter for Wolv gives him 25 more cents. Definitely not what he wanted, but did find his boss fight immediately, so making up that time that he needs. And again, Eddie with his key making his way all the way back across for his last item room here. So one more room and we'll find out what he gets here. Ooh, it worked out well. Mr. Mega, 5 free bombs and plus damage and blast radius on all your bombs. And again, that will actually severely increase the damage output on those, so that is a very useful find. And there's your answer. He wanted to use up Guppy's Paw a little bit early, so he could buy that blue candle. Eddie now with the carry candle. So Brimstone Candle. Oh, man. Why can't I get these builds? Those are 2 of my absolute favorite items put together into one build. Like, I would destroy with this. I would destroy with this build. Oh, wow, Judgy. I didn't even get a chance to say please. Look at this. Dueling candles, guys. Oh, wow. This is going to be a fun night, guys. This is going to be a real fun night. And again, Eddie moving on into his mom's foot fight. Same thing that you saw Wolv do. He's going to use that blue candle against her, the closed doors here, and still be able to do damage against her. But wow, Wolv with these damaging tiers, Eddie with Brimstone, both with blue candle. Keep in mind, Wolv has also got freeze effects with Mom's Contact, so he's looking great on this build too. He's been making up time very quickly. There's that item room for depths too. He just has the same boss fight to find now. Yeah, about a little bit of movement speed increase. Still probably not what Wolv wanted, but hey, he's going to move faster. And he had to try. He had enough money where he had to check out that store, but... Okay, now that's just a troll by the game. Thanks for the Steam sale. Everything in stores from here on out would be half off, or half price, I should say, on sale for Wolv. See, Eddie, ooh, actually going to take these. So 2 red hearts incoming for Eddie as he picks up that half an eternal heart as well. And he'll take the Polaroid on down with him into the womb. So you'll see this half an eternal heart just became a 2nd red heart container. And again, Eddie now with a little bit of extra health up here, making Charm of the Vampire, again, a useful item for him. Excuse me. Well, he destroyed Greed, but hey, it's still a couple seconds that he used up, which he's already trailing in the first place. He was looking for a compass or a map, obviously. He had enough money where he was going to buy them if they were there. But no such luck, obviously. But again, the game just trolled him flat out, like, here's half off in the stores that will never exist from here on out, because where Eddie's at, the womb, and anything beyond that, there's no stores and no item rooms. So your money basically really only effective for judgments. And look at this, Wolv has found Mom's foot already here. So he is very, very close on Eddie's tail at this point. Yeah, he had to try. He really did. I mean, with that much money and no other way to spend it, if you come across your store and you've got the key to get into it, you might as well. I mean, quite honestly, you might as well. The damage on Blue Candle, dang, we should have actually checked that on Mythbusters. I didn't even think about that. Dang it. It's really good, though. I'll tell you that. It is really good. How about a bunch of pills for Wolv? Will he bother? I'm thinking he might just take that strength card. Indeed, he will. Again, Ace of Spades, more chance of card spawns for Wolv at the end of rooms and not of treasure chests. 23 damage on it, so it's a little bit more than a bomb normally. Oh, wait, I take that back. Bombs are 40. I'm an idiot. So it's a little bit more than the knife when you throw it. So it's basically a space-used knife that you can throw every 4 seconds. But how about double Polaroid? Yeah, I don't think Eddie needs that. Notice it won't even let him pick it up, obviously. Wow, nice candle throw by Wolv. Alright, so Eddie, after that dead end's going to make his way back over here. Let's see if this doesn't... Wow, those shots. Let's see if this doesn't happen to lead him over towards his boss. No, another dead end. So again, both on the same floor. Eddie with the expansion version of it, but both just looking for a boss fight here, and then one more floor, one more boss fight for each to find. Yeah, you can wind up hitting multiple times with both, actually. You can hit multiple times with the knife and, believe it or not, with the candle. So like on Mom's foot, for example, when you keep the candle actually shot into one of the doorways, you're going to see a tick for damage, I believe, twice, if I'm not mistaken. Might be 3 times, but I don't know. It's been a while. Like, I didn't really pay that close of attention to it this time because I wasn't thinking about it. But I believe it's 2 ticks worth of damage off of that, so you'll definitely notice it. Yeah, we got basically a mirror match, and it's like dead even at the moment, which is really cool. And again, they are different builds, but both of that candle. Enough said. See, Rusted Key would be more chance of key spawns. Eddie doesn't necessarily need those. Real quick, Judgy, please? Yeah, not for the 1 penny when you're just moving in. Eddie wants his time save here, so he's going to head on in, fight death. And again, here's one of the cool things. Sometimes you get a Troll Bomb to spawn out of those, and you can actually hit death with it for more damage. So very nicely done. Because it's real hard to use the candle and brimstone at the same time, so you notice, like, Eddie's firing brimstone, or firing off his brimstone, and then immediately using the candle afterwards. Basically, reasoning for that, if you have your brimstone charged and you hit your spacebar to use your candle, it defeats that charge of brimstone. So it's kind of hard. I don't want to say hard to use them in unison, but you want to use the blue candle like immediately after your brimstone, and that's if you don't just want to charge up the brimstone again. Which sometimes it's easier. And again, Eddie moving on down to Womb 2, slight advantage for him. Wolv just needs to find this boss fight here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do with brimstone. So I totally understand it. I'm the same way. Like, I tend to not really use my blue candle anywhere near as much, which is kind of a stupid move when I have brimstone, but I neglect it, I guess, more so than anything. Best way to phrase it. Ooh, and speaking of that boss fight, Wolv looking to catch right on up here. Let's see who he has to fight in this next room. So he'll be right on in. He's going to have to deal with, ooh, Daddy Longlegs. So this ought to go pretty quickly. You notice that blue candle is going to get fired almost every chance that he gets. Plus with that freeze effect, very handy for the blue candle. One more shot ought to do it. A little bit more movement speed for Wolv. Ooh, he's actually going to check. Oh, God. That could have been a straight-up mirror match. Oh, my God. So Wolv going to pass on Brimstone and keep moving on along. Curse of the Lost adds extra rooms, and that's bad timing for him because Eddie is walking into his mom's heart fight right now looking for a 1-0 lead. And again, there you see that Mr. Mega Bomb doing extra damage. And Brimstone and that blue candle on top of it. Like, why do I never get this build? Why? Just why? I want this so well. Yes, Freeze Effect will work with Brimstone. Ooh, Wolv with that dead end room here against Gluttonies. So again, he's going to bomb back out. Eddie down to 4 hearts, but under halfway to go on Mom's heart. She's going to stay out the rest of the time. One slightly misplaced bomb. Eddie ain't going to worry much about that. There's that blue candle damage, as we said. Basically, we'll call it about half of a bomb. It's pretty darn nice. But one more shot ought to do it here. And there you go. As soon as everything clears out, you see that light to the way up and the way down to Shale. You got yourself a 1-0 lead, so very nicely done there by EddieRuckus. Looking to make a straight up, and I'm making a pun here on purpose, but he is looking to make a ruckus in the NFC right now. So he has a 1-0 lead. We got round 2 coming up real soon. That was a hell of a race right there. Talk about your mirror matches, guys. We got round 2 just about to start up here. We'll get them both reset. Eddie's going to look for a 2-0 win, and this is his first race of the week. He's got 2 this week. But if he drops Wolv to 8-6, we have a mess in the NFC. So I'll explain that when we get back. Round number 2 will start up momentarily. Let me get you a link into both of their channels. You can see how happy Ataco is. This is what I'm talking about, guys. There's a link into both of their channels. Tell them both amazing race right there. Wish them both good luck for round number 2. We'll be right back in about 2 minutes when they both get reset. Hang tight, guys. I'm going to play some ads in the meantime, and we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. So again, great job, Eddie, with a 1-0 lead. Round 2 just about to begin. Alright, we're back and we're ready for round number 2 here. So as you can see, EddieRuckus with a 1-0 lead right now over Wolv21. And again, Eddie looking to move himself to 6-7 on the year. That, if he does get a second win here in the next 2 races, could drop Wolv to 8-6, which is huge right now in the NFC. Let me rephrase how huge that could be. That really opens up a way for Otaku to get himself in, let alone for Eddie to keep himself in this playoff race. So big, big, big race here for both of these guys. Wolv needs 2 in a row. Eddie just needs 1 of the next 2. Again, we're going to race through the womb 2. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart first is going to get that point at the bottom of the screen. And right now, that is really, really, really hard to come by. And again, they're often racing best of luck, guys. Looks like Eddie's got himself a nice start. Wolv, thinking about it, he's going to take that bomb back. You notice on the left, Little Chub is going to fire out whatever direction Eddie points his tears, and it's going to chomp through anything in its way, doing some pretty ridiculously good damage. So good way to fight off bosses there. Wolf's got himself the bomb bag. Every couple rooms, that'll spawn a bomb or 2 for him. And again, you can see by the look on his face, he's like, you know, it's a thing, and Eddie's already got a thing, so we're going to make a thing of this. I don't know that he was so keen on taking that, but he knows where Eddie's at, too. So, again, these 2 are on a call together. Let me get you a link into both of their channels. Hit up the scatguard.net link. Give both of these guys support. They are freaking phenomenal. This is actually a matchup from our semifinals of last year again. So, 3rd time these 2 have faced off. Wolv beat Eddie in that semifinal and went on to the finals himself. So, last year it was very, very hard fought, and Eddie was right there the entire time, too. So he's looking for a little bit of revenge from that. He could have been in the finals last season. And again, this time fighting Famine, who, hey, he's nice enough to say it to us. Let's all greet him back with a, if you would. Again, Wolv, though, very, very minutely ahead here, already on basement 2. Eddie heading on down with that Cuba meat himself. All right, second item room for Wolv. Ooh, there we go. Now we're looking a little bit better for him. He's not in a set in agreement. So plus damage and plus health with that odd mushroom. And Wolv now just looking for a second boss fight, which Eddie just came across, though no item room yet. My guess would be he may go kill this, because he might have a better chance at a God room or Devil Deal here. Ooh, maybe not. He is going to go find his item first. Alright, Item Magician would have been homie shots for 1 room for Wolv, but that world card's slightly more handy. That's going to give him a full map and compass reveal on whatever floor he uses it, and I guarantee on this one, he'll wait for an XL floor or one of the last 2 womb floors to use that. What he'll use right now, on the other hand, that small rock yet again showing up. Plus damage, plus fire rate for Wolv. Really? So plus damage, plus fire rate, minus movement speed, and once again, we all know what to do. It's still in chat, so let's all say it again.
Hey, Evan, how you doing?
So he'll wind up with the Cuban meat also. You notice he's already got the better tiers in this build, and you just really can't argue with the damage up. Let's see, pill bottle here for Eddie. Every couple rooms that'll wind up spawning a new pill for you. He's going to try 1. Ooh, and it's full health. Yeah, I was going to say, that kind of makes it okay to leave your D6 behind and take the pill bottle with you, so Eddie will do exactly that. So you got more chance of full health pills. That could come in very handy later on. And again, moving right on into his second boss is Eddie, and he's just massacring the Duke of Flies here. 2 shot him because of Chubby. And again, that's Little Chubby doing his work for you. That thing is great. A little bit of health increase. Eddie'll be on down to the caves where Wolv's already at. What's up, Thyrox? How you doing tonight? Alright, nothing doing in that challenge room for Wolv. And again, still looking for both item rooms and boss fights here for both of these guys. He's a monster. He's a machine. Oh, troll spawn on that key placement, so no way for Eddie to get into that. He does have a key at the moment, but a second would be very handy, so he's going to have to leave it behind. There's that item room for Wolv, so now slight time advantage for Wolv here. And I do mean slight, because you never know. Eddie could come... Oh, God. Or he could go into his curse room and find Mom's knife. Oh, dear Lord. So that's the thing that happened. It's stabby time on the left. Eddie's got a ridiculously powerful item here. Alright, by the way, Virus on Wolf's side will be Poison Touch. Anything touches him will get a damage over time inflicted to it. Taco. Somebody might be happy about that in the shape of a taco. So again, this is going to play kind of interesting. Again, Wolf has that advantage of time as he has come across his boss fight as well. Eddie, I don't think is going to worry too much about his item rooms at this point. He is just going to go for boss fights, which he just came across. So here comes my point being proven. As I'll pretty much wasn't that the full health pill? I'll be darned, it wasn't. That was luck down. I thought that was the same one that Eddie had before, but apparently I'm wrong. He's going to fight Chad in here, which means I'll wind up with little Chad at the end of this. Every couple rooms Eddie clears out will be a half a red heart spawn for him. Alright, so both through their boss fights. Eddie will also grab a little bit of speed. Speaking of speed, we got shot speed increase on Wolves. He's also, he really wants 6 more cents. Where's that secret room at? Wolv really could use that treasure map. Ooh, no such luck. And he's going to leave it behind, move on down to Caves 2, where Eddie is already 1 room ahead. So neck and neck once again here, guys. I know all these bosses getting 3-shotted. It's nuts. I love the knife. It is so powerful. That looks like a burrito. It does. Damn it, now I want a burrito. You see what you've done to me? Do you see what you've done, Dark? I want a burrito now, you bastard. You son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding, obviously, but damn, I want a burrito. There's that item room on Wolf's side, and again, that 1 key is going to get him on in there. So he's going to have to hope for more to spawn relatively soon. Mr. Mega will get him 5 more bombs, and again, plus damage and blast radius on each of his bombs, up to 15 total now. So again, there's a really good way to do some damage, although another really good way to save some time on the left, get your item room and boss fight attached to each other. Oh, and speaking of similar items, the bomb bag will follow Eddie. Again, couple of rooms killed, couple of bombs spawn for you. What's a burrito? Awesome. That's what it is. Alright, Eddie gonna head on into a Gertie fight. Speaking of keys, we found one. Nice placement on Chubb there. That was a real good throw by Eddie. Been doing a really good job. I hate all these little fly spawns, especially when you have the knife. It becomes really annoying to dodge these, but Eddie doing a beautiful job clearing this out. A little bit more damage up, believe it or not, and health up with the meat. It's slight, but it's damage up. Okay, yeah, that's a purchase right there, no question. Luckfoot with Mom's Pills, that's a purchase. Really? Okay, wow. Eddie gonna leave it behind. He wants his extra health. I don't blame him. Don't misunderstand me here. I don't blame Eddie. The extra health, always a good thing, especially with a knife. It comes in handy. You never know. So, he's gonna leave behind Luckfoot, which would have turned all those pills into good or neutral effects at absolute worst, but he's gonna leave it behind. He wants his health. And again, with that loading screen error, hopefully this passes at some point. Flash not being a bro. There we go. So he's going to head on into his depths, and let's see what he gets out of this, because usually when you get that loading screen error, you at least get some kind of curse. Or you get another loading... Nope, you do get a Curse of the Labyrinth. Wow, XL floor for Eddie means 2 depths floors combined together into 1. So back-to-back boss fights, and he does have 2 item rooms also on this floor. Question is, does he care? And again, Wolf's still looking for that boss fight here to finish off Caves 2. He's got just the 1 more way to go, but with enough money... Let's hope this isn't greed, because I'm putting money down, pun intended, that this is greed. It's greed. Hi, greed. How you doing? Caves 2. It's always greed. He had to try. Wolf needed something out of there with the money. I'm not faulting him for going in here. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not giving him crap like that. I'm just saying it's always greed in the Caves 2 store. Every time. And no, it's not every time. It is not guaranteed. Wolf had to try that. There is a very good chance that is not greed in that store, but Wolf had to go for it. Ooh, Eddie down to 2 hearts. These mats not being kind to him here. I do not like fighting these, especially in this room with a knife. Oh god, the puns, they're too strong. Or weak, depending on how you want to look at it. Speaking of Chubb, we're fighting the legitimate version of that here on Wolf's side, who we just finished off. Ooh, more of these. Hey, I was going to say Eddie's probably going to use that one bomb he's got to get back out of this room. And again, Wolv heading on down to his depths 1. So technically both on the same floor again at this moment. It's not sub only. That's how the one non-sub in there talked, but, you know. It's just that people subscribe to the channel. You guys have to get over the thing. Like, even if casters want it on sub only, it's their choice. Ooh, Eddie down to half a heart here. Come on, little chub. There we go. So one full heart spawning out of this room exactly when he needed it to. Yeah, you always get the spiders if you kill off a Demon Judgy. There's nothing else that can spawn out of them. Thing with that is, as to why people do kill off Demon Judgy, gives you a permanent increase in the amount of Devil Deal spawns that you get. And it's not all that great, but hey, it's more than 0, so people do it all the time. But yes, you'll always get the spiders out of them. Alright, so we got War to finish off Depths 1 here for Wolv. And again, no item room, so I'm guessing he's going to skip it, knowing that he's in a time rush here. Ooh, just barely hit him. Again, that explosion radius increase with Mr. Mega came in very handy. Ooh, just missing with that second one, though. There's that poison touch affected on War. A little bit more damage. Wolv with that second cube of meat, though. That'll add on to the one he's got, make Meat Boy's head floating around, which will also fire out shots as well as still damage anything it touches, and block shots like the orbital it was. Some people say it's permanently on there, which I don't know how the heck we would ever prove that, because I don't get into the coding whatsoever, so I don't really know of a good way to prove that whatsoever, but a lot of people say it's permanent. So there's a possibility it's permanent, it may just be that floor. Either way, if it helps, it helps. So that's the way I view it. I still do it every time, because hey, if there's a better chance of me getting something good, I'll take it. Okay, by the way, speaking of things that are good and taking them, we got Cancer also on Wolv's side that I have yet to mention, which I can't believe I totally skipped on, but didn't happen all that long ago. That'll double up his fire rate, and again, let's say that you get the odd mushroom and cap out your fire rate with it. That will also double up your tier rate at that point, so it overcaps you. See, movement speed increase kind of needed on Wolv's side. He's got decent enough fire rate, and he's going to take Goat Hoof, which will add plus movement speed instead to him. So knowing that he kind of needs to make some time here, he's going to take that movement speed. And Eddie building that health back, getting back out of another dead end. Yet to find either of his item rooms or boss fights here on this XL floor. This has been a bit of a troll. Needless to say, a bit of a troll. So let's see where he's going to be at. About to the right. All right, now we're opening this up a little bit more. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. When you get, like, the odd mushroom or, let's say, sad onion, and then you get Cancer, one of the two like that, you get the nicest fire rate ever. And now let's say you add on something like Mom's Contact, it's basically game over. It's basically game over at that point. Alright, so Wolv's still working around on his depths, too. So, again, it's hard to call who's in the lead here. Technically, they're on the same floor. I would call Wolv with the slight advantage as he's taking out one of the two bosses that Eddie's going to wind up finding, though. Alright, Hermit Card would be a teleport into your store. Eddie will take that on with him instead of his bad pill. Both finding their item rooms here. Again, the first of them for Eddie. And my guess would be the rest have to be along this route to the right here, so he's got to be headed the right direction. Alright, Spider Butt. We'll wind up replacing that D6 finally. It's the last item room, keep in mind. So Spider Butt will slow down everything in the room, do a little bit of damage to it as well, and it'll keep that slowdown effect for, I think, a good 5 seconds. And let's also get a Judgy, please. A little bit more range up for Wolv out of that lock chest. And 10 more bombs after 1 penny on the Judgy. So, thank you very much, Judgy. 1 penny for 10 bombs? Sure. And Eddie moving on into that first item room. Lemon Mishap. Decent, but I wouldn't call it that great. You can see exactly what it does there. Spells out lemonade on the floor. There's that second item room for Eddie. So again, this is evening it out quite well, but Blue Mom's fight over on, or Blue Mom's foot, I should say, over on Wolv's side. That's going to spawn nothing but expansion level enemies, so you have to be very careful here. Oh god. Well, we got Quad Shot on Eddie's side now as well. Oh lordy. Yeah, that's sweet, sweet lemonade. Getting left behind for being bit by a spider, so oh lord. Quad Shot knife. Hello. Yeah, but a mishap. So again, Wolv down to 3.5 hearts here. You gotta watch out. If Mom hits you, it's a full heart of damage. Anything else in the room, half a heart. So you have to be very careful what makes contact with you here. Notice he took half a heart there. And again, notice those expansion level enemies. This is a brutal fight. Mom hit him that time, so full heart disappeared. Greed Head hit him. Half a heart left now on Wolv's side. And there's that back-to-back boss fight starting for Eddie on the other side of that door. So we're even in this way back out here. Wolv has to be very, very selective at how he kills this. Again, we saw in the last round, he killed off one of the eyeballs while that shadow appeared. That will get you hit every time. So Wolv made sure he killed off the foot. Little bit more range up. Oof, god. Eddie on the left side, though, fighting the Mask of Infamy, and this could be a little bit of a pain in the butt with his low range on this knife. So we'll see how this plays. There we go. At least Chubb's doing some work for Eddie. As are those bombs. Very nicely timed on that one. But again, Wolv the first down onto his womb, so he's looking for a boss fight here. He's got the expansion version again, so a little bit tougher floor layouts and enemies. Or room layouts, I should say. A little bit more health for Eddie. He's onto his mom's foot. And watch how quick this goes. He's got Red Mom, for that matter. Watch how quickly you can tear through this. I like Eddie's method here to make sure he doesn't take damage from the foot. Just go side to side. Barely throw that knife. One more throw, maybe 2. There we go. A little bit more health up. Eddie going to be moving on down into the womb as well. So again, neck and neck on this one. This is so close right now. Hermit card's going to become a random teleport for Eddie. Just thinking about it. Polaroid going to give him 5 seconds of damage shield if he were to get down to half a red heart or less at any point. But he'll leave that behind. Take Ace of Spades at more chance of card spawns. And again, both in a Utero 1 version here. Not many rooms separate the two, and it is all about finding boss fights here. Eddie looking for a 2-0 win. Wolv needs to kill both of these fights first and get a tie at 1. Otherwise, this is going to get interesting in the NFC. Eddie's saving the teleport, my guess would be, until he finds a dead-end room. Dead-end rooms make the most sense to teleport in Otaku, so that's my guess as to why he's holding on to it right now. And yes, I know he could Otaku port right into the boss fight, but, you know, gotta play it safe. Oh, there's tons more shouting. Tons more. I'll get you a link here. You can check out the front page, scroll down just a little bit. You guys can see the schedule on the front page of BOILeR.org there. Again, don't hit the schedule button itself. There's that teleport we were talking about, so Eddie back over to the other side of his map. But again, if you guys scroll down on the front page, you'll see what all takes place when there's actually a clock in Eastern Standard Time to make it a little bit more, you know, I guess like obvious, I guess you could say, when it actually starts. So you'll see what's up on there. Oh god, telebuild. Otaku's so happy with this build. Keep in mind, Otaku may be rooting for Eddie, who just found his boss fight, by the way, so now time advantage on the left side to Eddie. So Wolv gonna bomb out of this dead end, keep looking for his. He's cleared a lot of this Moon 1. It's not Telefil's, god. And again, we're fighting champion version to death over here on the left side for Eddie. He's gonna dodge all these sights. And Wolv just gonna bomb his way on out. Plenty of bombs to do this with. Death just about done for Eddie here. Ooh, that was close. Nice dodge of the horse. Wow, twice. You're cutting those so damn close, man. Beautiful job here by Eddie taking out Death's horse. This is great. I take so much damage trying to do this. Very nicely done. 1 cube of meat, so second part of that for the orbital. Again, Wolv taking on the same room right at the moment. So Eddie with a very, and I do mean very slight advantage here, moving on to the womb too. Wolv taking out Blast Assist already about halfway through this fight, and it's very easy. So he's got a world card, keep in mind. And that's time advantage for Wolv as he gets down to the next floor. Assuming something bad doesn't happen. We'll get to that in a second. I don't want to curse him. But one more shot. Magic 8 Ball, a little bit of shot speed increase. Stars would be a random teleport in the womb too, so no thanks. Wolv will take the map with him. And you'll see as he gets down here. Okay, no Curse of Darkness, which means world card. Oh, Wolv's got a lot of rooms to clear. Alright, so this one, he's just going to bomb right on through most of these, I think, knowing that he's got to make some time up here. This is an easy enough room. Might as well get your heal back out of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe, not counting this. So, Judgy, we don't have time for you. Later, Eddie going to bomb back out of these dead ends, and it's all about getting to this boss fight on Eddie's side now. Yeah, this is going to be good. What's up, Johnny? How you doing, man? Alright, where is this boss fight on Eddie's? Because Wolv has only got one more room to bomb through after this. He's got to clear that last room before the boss fight, keep in mind. Ooh, and a possible Super Seeker room here. Let's see, maybe that's a bunch of hearts? Ooh, no such luck. Pinky Eye adds random poison effect onto your shots, though. You'll see a green one here and there. Ooh. Alright, Eddie gonna get back on out of this. Where is that boss fight? Because Wolv is sitting at his right now. Has to deal with a mini fistula here. And at 1.5 hearts himself. Ooh, Sun card for Eddie. Full map reveal, full red heart heal, and he is on his way over to his boss fight also. Uh-oh. Eddie might just bomb through this room. Indeed he will. We're going to be in the same room. Oh, wow, guys. This is going to be so close. Eddie's got to rip through 2 of these Duke of Flies. He'll be into Mom's heart fight. Wolv, 1.5 hearts. Already fighting it. Dropping bombs in the center. Oh, man. Just faceplant the other fly. There you go. Run on in. Here we go, guys. Down to the wire. Eddie looking for the 2-0 win in his 7th victory of the season. Excuse me, 6. I can't do math. Wolv already with the advantage time-wise, slightly into this fight, but look at that knife damage by comparison. So again, 50% on Wolv's side. Eddie going to drop bombs down in the center, but they are not those Mr. Mega Bombs Wolv has, and that is still time and damage advantage to him. 1.5 hearts, though. He's got to play it so safe. Last little bit here as It Lives will stay out the rest of the time. Half a heart left for Wolv. Oh, God, and he clears the room. Oh, wow. Just barely in time. Don't worry about that death. The way up and the way down showed up, and he's all good with that, because that was actually a bomb effect that killed him there. He is all good. Don't worry about that, but wow. Holy God, to that finish, guys. I'm assuming that Wolv called that first, because I could see the look on his face basically said so, but wow, I'm assuming that's a 1-to-1 tie. If one of you guys wants to let me know, I'm calling that for Wolv. But, dear God, was that close. Yep, he's breathing a sigh of relief, so yep, that looks like Wolv. Wow, to that finish, guys. How much closer could you get to that? Assuming that they called that, which I'm assuming they did. I'm putting it on Wolv's side at the moment, but unless they correct me otherwise. Yeah, Wolv did? Okay, Eddie's even saying it himself there. Wolv called it first, and it wasn't by much, guys. So if you want to see that as close to real time as it can possibly be, let me get that split link up in there for you. Yep, Eddie called Wolv, so right there, we're tied up in 1, guys, so we'll have round 3 in a moment here, but woohoo, man, that was close. Yeah, I think everybody just had another heart attack, dude. You gotta stop these finishes, guys. Holy God. So, on that note, 1-to-1 tie. Yeah, that was like literally a second differential. That's why I waited there for them to actually call that one for me, but wow, was that ever close. Woo-hoo. Oh, you heard him say done on the last sliver of health, so that's how close these can get sometimes, guys. That was ridiculous. Wolv, nicely done. We are tied up at 1. Game 3 coming up in about 2 minutes here. You can see we're going to get them both reset. Wolv's going to go bust out the defibrillator, have himself a mini heart attack, I think. And Eddie probably going to go do the same. So everybody go find your defibrillator, grab yourself a stiff drink, because we're going to need it. If this night's starting out like this, we've got really good matchups coming up afterwards, too. So hang on to your butts, guys. We'll have round number 3 in a moment. We'll find out who the winner of this is, and we'll explain why it's so important for both momentarily. Give us about 2 minutes. Let them both get reset, get up and stretch. Give them both support. They're both partners here, guys, so if they run ads, watch theirs, not mine. But again, there's a split link into both of their channels. Hit them both up, tell them both good luck. They're going to need it. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We got round number 3 just about to start here. And again, this is going to be good. So, yeah. Oh my god! We're tied at 1. Those gifts this year. Jesus. The sad thing is, I could see this happening in real life, too. Does anybody else picture this legitimately happening in real life, or is it just me? Anyways, like I was saying, we got a 1-1 tie right now as we just had a ridiculously close finish to round number 2 where Wolv pulled out, and I mean a half a second victory. That was probably one of the closest, if not the closest we have ever had. That was so close. We are tied up at 1 right now. Round number 3 about to begin, and again, this is huge for both of these racers and so many more in the NFC. If Eddie pulls off this win here and gets a 2-1 victory, again, we're going to race through the womb too. Whoever kills off Mom's heart first, going to be that winner. Same rules apply. They're off in racing. Best of luck, guys. We got Book of Shadows. Yeah, we got 2 resets probably. Ooh, Eddie going to take Mom's eye. I'll be damned. So firing out the back of his head, Eddie's going to get a little bit of fire rate increase also, and he'll be moving on along here. So Wolv reset wasn't happy with that Book of Shadows. On that note, though, like I said, if Eddie wins, that puts a serious confusing twist into the NFC playoff picture. That will open it up severely for Zero Game Plan and Death Star 175. So both of those guys, and Otaku for that matter, who are hanging in the background, are really rooting for Eddie right about now, if I'm not mistaken. So my little unicorn, really good item here for Wolv. You're going to see it against the boss fight here would be my guess. It'll get, well, maybe not. Well, he does have a bomb. That might have been too soon. Okay, we're good. So, never mind. We'll see it next floor. Ooh, Cancer once again. This is turning out nice on Wolv's side. Cancer, double your fire rate. Sun card, we saw it. Full map reveal, full red heart heal, and damaged everything in the room. So we'll hang on to that for a while. Unicorn Horn's going to give him 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing. And again, we got Famine showing up on the left-hand side, so let's all greet him. Yeah, it's cheating, and yes, it's banned. Alright, Eddie just about done with Famine. He'll wind up with that Cuban meat orbiting around, blocking shots and damaging everything. There's that golden key being used. You notice Wolv did not lose any key here. He's going to take Monstro's Tooth with him. It'll be on into his second boss fight. Maybe now we'll actually get to see what one of the space use items does. Alright, we will. This will draw down Monstro out of the sky, and it'll actually one-hit Duke of Flies there for Wolv, so nicely used. Getting Jesus Juice, that's mismarked range and actually damage up. On into a God Room, where he also gets the Miter. Now 50% chance that any Red Heart spawn will be a blue Soul Heart for Wolv. That was his one use of Monstro's Tooth. He's going to grab Unicorn Horn and move right on along with it. You see that one bomb kill off of Pin, and Eddie also going to grab himself some damage up. That's not tears up, it's damage up. And it's slight, but again, it's there. And a little bit of health up with the meat, so both on down to their caves 1. Pretty dead even again at the moment here. Why am I not surprised that we're dead even? It's been like this all 3 races so far. This has been incredible tonight. And again, both finding their item room immediately at the same time. So, yeah, talk about your even runs going on here. Wolv gonna grab himself Infestation. If he gets hit, that'll spawn a friend till the end fly to attack for him. That's a damage multiplier on your tier damage. Ooh, Eddie with the possibility of some health up. Also the Scapular. Should he get down to half a Red Heart, that'll spawn 1 Soul Heart for him. Those blue ones. Spawn 1 of those once per room. And he'll leave that Eternal Heart at least for now. Hopefully he remembers it, but we'll wait till the end of the floor to grab that. He wants to make sure he gets the health up out of it. So it'll be back after everything in his path is cleared. Or he may just grab it on the way back out of here because he has to worry about Wrath, the mini-boss fight, and then he can head back on through to the other side. Speaking of Wrath, how about the super version here on Wolves? Ooh, and there's where you really want to see happen. Mr. Mega showing up. 5 more bombs. Again, that increased damage and blast radius for Wolv. A little bit of health up again. Eddie gonna walk on back. Let's see. Does he take this now? Yes, he will. So, protected by that 1 blue Soul Heart, Eddie's picked himself up a half an Eternal Heart. If he gets a second one here on this floor, or gets it onto the next floor with him, that's a full red health container increase. Well, that's a new one. Ooh, which Sin mini-boss has shown up the least this season? Wow, good question. Geez, that's a really good question. Oh, if you guys don't know, this is Family Jewel 7X doing his medley of Binding of Isaac songs. Get you guys a link here. Same guy that did the intro music for, or did the music for our intro video, I should say. So there's links for you. But for those that don't know, Jules does some freaking amazing audio, so this is just part of it here. There's that Cuban meat as Wolv finishes off Pestilence. And again, same thing that Eddie's got. Orbits around, doing damage to anything it touches, blocking shots for you. Oh yeah, literally everything in the game has either been picked up or has happened at this point. Alright, so Eddie going into that secret room, plenty of money now, and right back on over to the store because I was waiting for this. He's got the compass in there. That's going to show you on his mini-map exactly where all of his rooms are. He'll not be able to see the path to get to him, but he can tell what direction he's heading at least, so it makes for pretty educated guesses and a lot of time saving possible. Again, Eddie hoping he does not take damage. He's got no more protection for that Eternal Heart, so he really wants that extra one. Yeah, 16 races a week. We've gotten through 14 weeks already, so multiplying that out. I math good. A lot. We've done a lot of races this year, so a lot of stuff's happened, honestly. Ooh, and there goes that Eternal Heart we were talking about. So let's see, Pinky Eye for Wolv, random chance that you get a poison shot. Also had Samson's Lock in that room. That's a random chance of getting Bloodlust effect as you kill off enemies. Again, might as well, with that free secret room, might as well take all the money. Wolv up at 20 cents now, making that store again worthwhile. And speaking of that store, he's found it. So let's see if A, he goes in, and B, if that happens to be greed. So a little bit of range on Eddie's. Gonna get some health on the way down to his caves too. Ah, nice, Ray. That's how you found out in the first place. Very cool. Now, Jules is freaking awesome. For anybody that hasn't met him, hit up those links that we gave you. Same thing with Dorcas, who made the video for the intro. Really, really phenomenal guys. Seriously, hit them up. Like, they are really awesome folks here on Twitch. And again, there's Bob's Curse. 5 more bombs for Eddie. He's up to 6 now. Also gets poison effect on him. Ooh, there's another reason to get some more money. Eddie gonna put out some fires. That treasure map looks awful tempting in combination with the compass. So where can Eddie find all this money? He knows that that secret room is actually a mini-boss fight, if I'm looking at his map correctly, so no money in a secret room for him. And again, if you look at Eddie's mini-map, you see that little mini-skull on the right-hand side at the bottom. That's a mini-boss fight, meaning that Eddie knew full well his store was a store. There was no chance of that being greed. So that's why you saw Eddie head on in, even with the no money. That's why Eddie went in there. Oh, hi, Spaz. You want to watch the race? Come here. Come here. Oh, God, you're heavy. All right, wire code hanger. A little bit of increased fire rate for Wolf. Get off of the keyboard, cat. You got a keyboard cat going on over here, only without music. What are you doing? I can't move my arm. You are derping this, cat. You are so derping right now. Moon card via teleport into your secret room for Wolf. We'll hang on to the sun card for now. Oh, cat, you're killing me. What's up, guard? How you doing? Alright, Eddie looks like he's got this room and 2 more to clear out. He should be over at his Caves 2 boss fight. Speaking of those, we got a boss fight for Wolf as well. But first things first, let's get a judgy please, if you would. And look at this, all these ones... Really? Really to this? So the Steam sale will get 50% off in any store. And again, Wolf's only got the one here on Depths 1 and the one on Depths 2 to look for. Oh, and yet another interesting find. How about the Mask of Infamy yet again? So thankfully, poison damage helps out a ton against this boss fight, even though not right now. It's not doing any damage to him at the moment. So we'll see. Maybe Wolf also utilizes that unicorn horn. And indeed he will. So here's what you do. Just kind of go side to side, hope that the mask goes right back onto you, and that you... There you go, and that you contact him just enough time. Fire rate increase, 2 soul hearts with Squeezy, and Wolf will be on down to the depths too, building up that time advantage. And speaking of boss fights, Eddie looking at his for Caves 2, or finishing off his, I should say, in Caves 2. Jeez, I can't talk today. A little bit of health increase, and again, on down to Womb, or Depths 1. Cat, back off, thanks. You're not helping here. Let's get a quick 2-cent judgy, please, on Eddie's side. It's been working for Wolf. Oh, another G spawns another Judgment. Real, thanks, dude. So Judgment card does exactly what you see in the middle. It would spawn one of the beggars. Ooh, and Wolf coming across his item room instantly here in Depths 2, so still building up that time advantage. What's up, Don't Drop? How you doing? Cat, sit down. Just sit down. You look so uncomfortable. Just sit down. Ooh, Wolf gonna pass on the lard. Would have increased his size, although giving him health up in the process as well. Again, speaking of item rooms, Eddie coming across yet again Charm of the Vampire. Every couple kills, you wind up getting a half heart heal. Oh, excuse me. And again with the judgy pleases, if you would. Oh, 1 heart, come on, dude. Something. Ah, dude. Judgy. Why? Why? So no more money. Eddie gonna move right on over towards this boss fight here. Yeah, neither's rocking a whole hell of a lot of health here, so believe me, anything can happen. Ooh, Eddie just missing getting into that locked chest. Because Wolv's on depths too, basically, and it doesn't, one of the cuts that they had to make, if you guys don't know, basically Flash is, like, capped on this game. It's a miracle we can even play it. But they had to compress it down a good, like, 20 times before they sent it out. And some of the cuts that were made were stuff like seeing the 2 on depths here on Wolv's side. So let's see, buying the battery, a little bit of quicker recharge on his space use items for Wolv. Excuse me. Again, we haven't seen him really have to utilize the unicorn horn too much. But again, once he does use it, you'll see it actually start charging a little bit faster for him. Oh, excuse me again. Again, Eddie with just one more room to clear here, and he'll be on over to his Depths 1 boss fight. Ooh, perfect timing on that explosion there. And again, that's why you gotta watch out for those bomb flies. If you don't know exactly when they're gonna die, those can really come back to harm you. Alright, 2 clubs to double up the amount of bombs he got. And Eddie will do that and make himself have 2 bombs here as he goes into a war fight once again. That could be a second cube of meat, which will, again, add on to the one he's got. Make Meat Boy's head floating around and add on some DPS with some shots coming out. Ooh, Eddie doesn't quite have the speed to get away. Oh, crap, here comes another bad timing. Yeah, I was gonna say, Eddie doesn't quite have the speed to get away from War on that one. So here's an issue. When you don't have quite the speed that you need, War will actually catch up to you and do a lot of damage. He was trying to lay a bomb down in front of him to stop his forward motion. But again, if you just barely misplace that, or 4 is going after you in a different angle, he won't even hit that in the first place. And that's exactly what screwed Eddie over right there. So Wolv finding himself Mom's foot fight. And again, Red Mom will stomp down her foot pretty much endlessly here. Every now and then one of those eyeballs opens up, you get a triple shot you gotta avoid, but if you stay right in the dead center, it's pretty easy to avoid all this. Again, he's gonna use that unicorn horn, make her hand pop out a few times, damage that immediately, and head right back on into the center. Alright, a little bit of damage up for Wolv at the pentagram. Again, it would give you more chance at devil deals as well. He's got really one more floor where he could even find one. And again with the, well, there goes that. So I was going to say, with the possibility of an XL floor, you may not even get one now. There's the XL floor I was talking about. Oh, the carry's on. We got poop for Eddie. Either way, though, XL floor for Wolv now means if you look at his map, he's got Womb 1 and Womb 2 combined together. He used that Sun card to immediately show him that full map reveal. And he's going to be heading on over towards the right side, and he's got 2 back-to-back boss fights to take care of. And that could be a 2-to-1 victory for him. So again, now you guys can see why XL floors can actually be a huge help for you. Oh, ow. Alright, so let's see. 2 bombs. Oh, God. Wolv doesn't really have that astounding of a build, though. So let's see. This room, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more to clear. Will be on over to those boss fights. This one's really easy. Again, Eddie just picked up Little Gish. That'll follow him around with those tar tiers. That'll slow down the movement speed and shot speed of anything they come in contact with. Such as, oh, I don't know, Famine. Who you can see is charging a lot slower right now. But let's all do our oh-so-famous greeting and say,
Hey,
if you would. What's up, friends? How you doing? And there's a link for you. You can check out basically everything you need at BOILeR.org. Got any other questions, feel free to ask. Alright, so there's that Cuban meat that'll orbit around Eddie. Again, same thing the Wolv's got, blocking shots, doing damage to anything it comes in contact with. More importantly, though, Wolv finding that health up has got this and just the one more room to clear. And for the love of God, do I hate these enemies. I may just use one of those 2 bombs to just get out of that room. I did these things. They take so long. Cerno, how you doing? And speaking of those boss fights, again, Wolv will have back-to-backers here. So first one will be technically his Wound 1 boss fight, and then Mom's Heart will immediately follow for him. Ooh, back down to 4 hearts, though. Again, everything down here, it's for 1 full heart of damage, so you do have to be very careful. Might as well grab that 1 extra bomb out of that double in the center. And moving on in, 2 boss fights, looking for that 2-to-1 win on Wolv's side. And I do like this choice. He's going to use the Unicorn Horn in this room against Death. Already over halfway through this fight, it'll hop off its horse. All you gotta really do is worry about dodging this and those night spawns, which thankfully, as you just saw, the horse will kill for you. If he hits him, which of course he'll miss from time to time because he's a bit of a troll. So let's see Eddie with another small rock. Damage increase, fire rate increase, movement speed down. Also, Guppy's Paw would turn any of those 3 heart containers he has into 3 soul hearts each. Empty or full, doesn't matter. Still gets the same effect out of it. But will it be too little too late? Wolv using up one of those 3 bombs, applying some poison damage, and he's fighting Mom's Heart right now. So again, looking for his 9th win and a 2-to-1 victory here over Eddie. Again, there's that halfway mark, so getting down close to the point where it lives will stay out the rest of the time. Wolv just blasting on through everything here. You see that little bit of a charge off of the, off of his battery that he's got. Probably won't get around back to that point. Wolv starting to dance in his chair, hoping for this. 3 hearts left on his side, looking pretty at the moment. And again, that last little bit of damage here, going to clear everything else out of the room, and Wolv will have that 2-to-1 win if Duke of Flies dies, which, that's a pretty safe bet with 4 hearts, honestly. So just working out that last little bit. As soon as the way up and the way down appear, you got the entire room cleared. That's when it's over. And just like that, we got it, ladies and gents. Wolv can breathe easy. That 9th victory of the year, very, very nicely done, sir. 2-to-1 win, Mr. Wolv21.